can't get off any sort of spell yet. Shackle's there, won't connect. No, BKB from Black binds some time. The Psalm will clip a few. Do they look to continue to fight? They'll end that Psalm now. They'll go in on Era. He gets zapped. Aegis down. Pew, pew, pew. Now, asleep onto Trixie, trying to chase down Fata. Can't quite do it. And now, the turnaround comes. Era on the run. Rage and forced to run. He's just not able to really get into this fight. Trixie on the run as well. Pos giving chase. It's two sides. The Benny Hill music goes as both teams just chasing on opposite sides of the world. Black isolated, but maybe it's Era who is. He gets psyched up. He gets zapped down. Now onto Trixie. Zap, zip, zoom. Can they get some more? Tani chasing Black, trying to bring him down. This Dragon Knight's got some punch. They will bring down Black. Now they stun Pos. And however, Tinker comes back in. Quickfa unloads on Hani. If they don't focus him down, he's going to come right back and look to do it again. They'll bring down Synderen. That's going to be 4 heroes. It looks like Synderen should fall in the end. And now Quickfa will be forced to run. He's got his Blink Dagger. He'll blink north. He'll get away. Yeah.
That's it. We've had a couple of fights that just seem to roll and roll.
There was like 20 different points of engagement there. I had no idea where to put the camera. There was heroes running this direction. Black was getting chased over here. There was then the Tinker on the backside sniping.
Yeah.
The fight started here. I just don't know, Piran.
Oh man.
I don't know what
it's
to
like
say.
long periods of foreplay and then, bouts of extremely out there.
That's like if the bed breaks in the middle of having sex.
And you just carry on anyway.
Yeah, you carry on anyway, but there's still like, your world gets completely upended at that point.
Yeah.
And now?
You've broken many beds in your time, LB?
I've broken a handful.
I've broken my share of beds.
Haven't we all? And Quickfa is going to steal some Ancients during this time. I got to say, he's playing a phenomenal Tinker. If it wasn't for Quickfa, this game probably would be over. 7-2-8, barely dying. He might end up being their hard carry this game. And this is where maybe you really go for a Lincoln Sphere after you complete your Dagon 5, you complete your E-Blade. Because all of the initiation Fnatic is single target. So if they can't Dragon Tail him, if they can't Scythe him, it might give him just enough time to blink out and turn the tides of these fights.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if you're someone like that, look at the initiation that Fnatic have got. I'm just trying to look at the spells they'd actually have that would like knock him out. Dragon Tail, I guess Shackle Shot.
Yeah, it's like they just need that initial. If they get the initial stun off, then he's gonna die because they can follow up with.
If they can't, he's basically fine. So yeah, I think Lincolns would probably be a good shout.
Yeah, of course. We're talking about Lincoln Sphere. He's still got to complete his Dagon 5. He needs one more SP for that. Then he'll need his E-Blade for maximum deeps, and then he can go for.
Thing is,
Lincoln.
sorry about that.
Jesus.
I apologize. She's just finished dinner and she's gobbing off.
Gobbing off, indeed.
She's gobbing off. She's a loud one, LB. She's probably the loudest baby in the universe.
I don't know if that's possible.
Well, she is.
But she is pretty loud. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is game 1 of a best of 3, and it's turning out to be a doozy already. 40 minutes in, your kill score, 24-20. Fnatic are leading in terms of kills. In terms of golden experience, they have a slight edge in gold, about a 3k gold lead, and about a 10k experience lead, which isn't that big of a deal at this point. It's the Corsair Summer Tour 2013, brought to you by Beyond the Summit. And I do want to mention once again that there is a Dota TV as well as computer giveaway. For more information on that, head over to gc.corsair.com. Piran, your baby can enter too. For your chance to win.
I think by the sounds of it, she's really excited by the idea of that.
It's like, oh, free hardware. I love it. So, Mouse Sports, they'll push in the bottom lane now. Looks like they don't necessarily want to defend at this point. They definitely don't want to defend when Fnatic are set up under their tower. You can't TP in Song. And it looks like the tier 2 is going to fall bottom. The question is who's going to blink first in this game of chicken. There's a glyph up. There's a glyph up on the Dire side. There is no glyph on the Radiant. So Fnatic, they'll take a tier 2 top, and then they're going to have to back. Wow, really? Quickfa fakes the TP in top. Didn't think there was any way he'd actually go there, and he's not. Fnatic will take the tower. If they try to base trade, this is not going to end well for them. Here comes your teleport. The Prophet, the first one to join, actually make it Quickfa. And now the Song, the disengage. Mouse Sports, it's still not a level 3 Song. But March is there. They're looking to fight. They've got Dream Coil. They've got the Scythe. Will they go in or will they back off? A little bit of indecision. Looks like in the end they'll back off. I think Synderen was offering
them the option there because that was a great song. And I think he was just like, are we going to go? Are we going to go? And they was like, nope, we're not.
They're hunting Trixie. Blinking forward is Quickfa. Blink, blink, rearm, blink, and then blink some more. But won't be able to find him.
Still got the gem on Windrunner, of course. And she's now got a push stick. Which is, she's good. This is the kind of stuff I get on Windrunner.
Oh, Fata, he's been a little too cheeky for his own good. He jumped up the hill, however, will be able to face shift now. He's got a haster and a blink dagger. He can't blink out in time. Oh, that was very questionable blink from Fata. His Tinker TPing out, the rest of his team retreating, and then he decides he wants to go be a man. Well, Trixie
And
was
there
waiting.
goes their gem number 2 that they've lost. So
Oh, jeez. Yeah, he just got a new gem. I was about to mention that, actually. So,
yeah, so that's not great.
did they actually see it? What did they do with it? I guess the courier picked it up? Yeah, the courier picked it up, it looks like.
Yeah, in base. There it is. The Panda's got it. He's all over it, LD. Don't worry.
Captain Bamboo's got it. He's on the case. Fnatic, they'll push in the middle lane now. No, they'll rotate bottom. So, not only do they lose a gem there, they might lose the next Roshan, because Puck's dead for 40 seconds. Roche does respawn in a minute. And Fnatic are going to have much better map control to take Roche now. They should be able to take the tier 2 bottom if they want, or just make sure top and middle lanes are like completely pushed in. So we'll see what direction they go, but that engagement really starting to push the advantage for them, leading now by about 4k gold, about 10k experience, and I just hope for some big plays from Quake's Tinker. Dagon 4, if he wants to get the 5, he can have it now, but probably going to save for buyback. I'm a big Tinker
fan. He doesn't need the
fan.
5. It's greedy to get the 5.
It is. He really should save for
damage.
buyback. Like he's not going to spend the gold now. I'm hoping he gets a big kill, a mega kill in this fight, and then all of a sudden I'll have a Dagon 5 E-Blade. That would be perfect for me.
I just think you may just get the E-Blade. I mean, that's going to be more than just an extra 100 for the Dagon, right? Surely.
Yeah, the Dagon's just easier to build is the main thing though.
It's like 1250. Yeah. Yeah.
You just have to get a cheap recipe. Maybe still buyback available. Well, it looks like mouz have held on. Fnatic did not want to push their advantage. Maybe, I guess, worried about a puck buyback. There actually wasn't a puck buyback available, but they didn't know that. So, in the end, mouz Sports dodged a bullet due to the lack of information from Fnatic. And well,
There's
Fnatic.
a heart on Hani though. He is going to be tough to kill.
Yeah, this is where Black is just not doing enough damage. Butterfly and a Helm of the Dominator ain't gonna cut it. So they rely almost entirely on Tinker. As strange as it sounds, normally Tinker's the utility carry, right? He hexes everyone. And then your real carry, the Gyro, does the damage. But Black with a Butterfly ain't doing squat by himself.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It is a funny one.
And now
Because
they
as
might...
you say, he hasn't got the damage. I mean, Helmet of Donna, I'm kind of surprised that he took that. So,
Profit ult,
so
top
late.
lane. Koikva could end up going down here. However, the counter hex comes, and Trixie's going to get blown up. Overestimated his own damage. Did not bring the Lifestealer with him. Now Fnatic probably can't contest Roche. There is Song of the Siren, Synderen. Is he going to look to pop it? He walks in. He's not going to use it just yet. Yeah, Trixie has buyback, but you don't want to be forced to waste it like that. Now Tinker TPing in mid, blinking to the north. Fata's going to get caught. Stunned up by Trixie, or Hani rather, and boy does he melt. He'll go down. All these carries just getting picked off one by one. Now it's Quakefa's turn to die. He gets bashed. He gets picked up. Profit with the buyback earlier in this engagement, and now we'll see a Tinker buyback as well, but with no puck, it's going to be very hard to contest. Now they found Pos. They've isolated him in the jungle. And now the Song of the Siren comes out. Synderen wants to disengage. He'll TP out, but the familiar stuns. They don't get affected by Song.
Oh.
And they are going to be able to make that kill happen. Now, Hani, can he find Black as well? Black, no BKB, on the run. He's going to go down. Fnatic, one to the next to the next. They found the Tinker, the Puck, and the Gyro. The Tinker buys back, but this is just Q to go break the base now. Is there even a buyback? Just the Gyro, that's it.
Wow. Yeah, that was a series of unfortunate bumping into each other's, I think.
What a chaotic game. Jesus.
Yeah.
I feel very lost. Like 29 to 21. It's been a close game, but
Hani and Nira can just fight in the march because they're just so tough. I mean, Hani is just, he's got ridiculous amounts of tank.
the main advantage Fnatic has is their lineup's just much easier to execute. Because they have all these heroes who just want to run in and start the fight, like Hani, who's going in right now doing exactly that. They'll find the Bane, he'll be forced to BKB and run away. They've taken one lane of Rax.
Low.
They've taken one lane of Rax. I don't feel that's game just yet. They'll need two, but the big advantage for them is now they've got a crap load of gold. They can build some additional items, and
they're going to get Roche.
are they going to take Roche? That's the question.
They should. They could easily get him.
There's a Gyro buyback. I think mouz might look to contest this. It would be a good time. Fnatic looking a bit squishy here, but they're working on Roche. It's dropping pretty quickly. They'll have to go soon. Orb comes in from Bata. Roche almost dead already. Era chopping away, not really committing just yet. Look for the initiation. Are we going to see anything? Ghost Scepter up already from your Tinker. Rearming now. It's too late. The Aegis will go Fnatic's way. That was
Body blocks from those trees.
and they lost the range Rax while that was happening. This game.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, it's
What a mess. What a mess
they
it's been.
they can't get the lanes pushed out. Like they can't get any of the lanes pushed out at all, which is kind of mouz are trapped in their base now. So the Tinker can't do his thing, can he? So yeah, it's kind of a problem for them. I'm not sure they can come back from this. Smoke bought from Naga Siren though, but look at Naga's farm. I mean, basically she's got mech, arc boots, and then that's it. So I guess yeah, like you said, support Naga Siren, pure support. And without her song, she's basically just doing nothing.
She's just a walking Song of the Siren and a net. That's the point of Synderen's hero at this point in the game. The mech as well, I guess, but it's not. Mech isn't that big of a deal at 47 minutes in. Again, they
Song
really...
is great. Song is great, but without Song, I don't know. I just think it's kind of,
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a 1 minute cooldown. She's not actually even level, got the final level in Song yet, so it's 2 minutes between songs. Once Sin gets an extra level, that's gonna make a big difference, I think.
I go back to what I said earlier. mouz just really needs more farm on Black. Because even if Tinker has an E-Blade Dagon, in theory, he can, kill anyone on Fnatic with that combo. That's how strong it is. The problem, though, is there's too many ways to lock him down. He doesn't have a BKB. He doesn't have a Linked Sphere. And if Black's gyro isn't involved in the fight and he's not drawing the attention of Fnatic, then they just say, screw it, we're going for the Tinker, and either the Tinker dies or Quakefoot just isn't involved in the fight. So this is where you look back at the way the game's developed, and Black sitting now at 15,000 net worth to the 25,000 of the Nature's Prophet to the 16,000 of the enemy Dragonite. Gyro is supposed to be a better farmer than either. Certainly than a hero like Lifesteal or Dragonite at this stage in the game.
And Trixie, in the middle of the game there, had died a bunch of times, wasn't looking like it was going great. But, I mean, that's the strength of Nature's Prophet farming. I mean, his ult is great for farming. He can push all the lanes. He farmed well with the trees as well. So he's always getting those extra lasties. And very impressive.
Yeah, and I also, maybe it's at that point in the game where Quakefoot ideally would have taken less farm, but I can't really fault the way he's played. Sometimes Tinkers over-farm and deny their carries a lot of farm, but for the most part he's been farming Ancients, and Black's had the lanes open to him. It's just that Black's been dying a lot in fights. 4 and 6.
Tough. It's tough to farm because they've got such great initiation. You've got the Shadow Blade on Hani, you've got the global TP from Nature's Prophet, and they can have a Life Stealer inside them. It's tough. And they lost those 2 gems. I think that was huge. Losing the gem twice really, really did mess things up for them.
Yeah, that's, what, a 3,600 gold? Or no, sorry, I think it's a 3,400 gold swing. Gem is 850. Yeah, so they spend 1,700 on gems, and then they lose 1,700 worth of gems. Obviously, Fnatic only really need 1, but still. It's a massive gold swing, and more importantly, that's Fnatic's initiation. It's these Shadow Blades. So not having a gem really does hurt them a lot. That's a great point.
I made a good point, LD. Hold me. I'm scared.
Who are your rares on, Period?
I didn't bet on this game.
I would not have bet on this game. You could not have paid me money to bet on it.
No, sometimes you see a game where it's undervalued. I look for value. I'm a professional gambler. So, yeah, I don't just bet for fun. I bet when I can win.
Here come your Familiars looking for the backstep. If they find a stun, this could be the engagement. Fnatic waiting to go. Familiars parked in position. There's your Grave Chill to start things off. On the gyro, they'll drive Black back. Blinking in for the puck. Now he's gone. Blink Silence is there. No tail. Idiot Rocket. BKB on Hani, but he's held in position. Black unable to get his BKB off. Unable to do a thing. The BKB for Hani only 4 seconds, so he'll live. Now they'll disengage. Call down deployed. Fnatic. Will they look to fight? They're running in. The triple Familiar stuns are here. Pasa's gonna melt. Black just not doing enough damage right now. It could be the gyro, or rather the Tinker that is their savior, though. Black on the run. Quakefoot's a bit low. He needs to get these Dagons off. He throws out a single laser. Now rearming. Gets Dragon-tailed. Oh, this could be bad. Quakefoot surrounded. And that's what I mean. If there's no gyro to worry about, it's just too easy to pick off the Tinker. Now they're chasing. They want Black. They want Synderen. Who are they going to get first? They're diving for Black. They're chasing for the gyro. While that's happening, it looks like Fata gets picked off. Still Hani diving the fountain. Still he's chasing. TP back to the well. Synderen will live barely at that, but I think at long last, Period, this might be one lost fight too many for mouz.
Yeah, I think so. That one really didn't go well. They showed their lack of damage and the ability for Fnatic to just tank it. I mean, you've got Hani and Lifestealer on the front lines. They could just soak up so much damage and punishment. And like you said, the lack of damage from the way things have gone, the lack of damage the gyro was showing. I mean, look at the cooldown there. It's just nothing. It's just doing nothing to Hani. He's just fine at this point.
Another death, and now the chase is on to Synderen. There's your open wound. Synderen's going to fall as well. GG from mouz Sports.
Yeah.
Fnatic will take game 1. 51 minutes and 14 seconds in, the GGs were called. It was a hell of a performance from Fnatic. 36-22, a 20,000 gold lead, a 25,000 experience lead. Of course, though, it is a best of 3, so mouz Sports will have their shot to make a comeback here.
And we know they can do that. You know they can do that.
The chat is saying it's the 3rd game, because it's been so long, they probably just, either they're trolling or they just figure it is.
Oh, man.
I've lived and died 1,000 times in this game.
You know what, that felt to me like there were a couple of pickoffs and engagements in the middle. I think Fata giving up the gem, and also there was another fight around Roche where they just got a couple of them picked off, and then it snowballed from there. I think it went badly, but Fnatic did exactly what they had to do, exactly what you said with the pushing, not letting up. They took all those towers, they had a lead. I think it was a great performance from them.
Well, congratulations to Meepo, if that's the real one, for one of the old school beta testers, for receiving a prize for witnessing glorious victory, and congratulations to Fnatic. They take game 1 of a best of 3. Pyrion, I believe, sadly, you have to leave me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think you've got Malini coming in to cast the next one, have you not?
I do. The panda will be leaving.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If the kids have gone to bed, then I could have stayed up, but you'll have a half-hour shouting match, so I don't think it's worth it.
All right, guys. Well, Pyrion, thank you for joining me. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say to your fans out there?
No, I wanted to say thank you for having me, LD. It's great. I haven't cast with you in ages. A lot of people always ask me to make videos. When are you going to make another video with LD? But the thing is, you cast like 28 hours a day. So I tell them you're a busier man than I am. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the next game. I'll definitely be watching. And that's it, really.
I don't think it's possible to be more busy than you because you have a baby.
That's
like the ultimate trump card. It's like, yeah, I'm busy. You have a baby. No competition.
Yeah, it's true. I do have two kids to worry about. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this particular series, or rather, this game. Mousesports now trailing 0-1 in the best of 3. Fnatic they notched that first game in the set. I'm LD of Beyond the Summit. He, of course, is PyrianFlax. If you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to follow him. Twitter.com/PyrianFlax. YouTube.com/Ted himself. I am LD. Twitter.com/LDDota. It's the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. We'll be right back after a short break with game number 2. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Beyond the Summit studio. I'm your host, LD. I'm joined by Merleezy. His second to last day here before he goes back to Chicago.
Are you sad? Who are you going to cast with now?
Gonna miss you, buddy.
Without Rumi.
Ruminous is retired, so I'll just be here with the Panda.
You don't have too many events until TI3, luckily.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. There's always more in the pipeline, but this one is the Corsair Summer Tournament 2013. It's your opening day of playoff action. 8 teams in the playoffs right now. Fnatic versus mousesports is the set. Currently, Fnatic leading that series 1-0. If you haven't already heard, you can head over to gc.corsair.com and enter for your chance to win Dota TV tickets as well as a computer that's being given away. Pretty stacked from what I read. But with that being said, Merlini, you watched a little bit of Game 1. It was a little chaotic.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes is like, hey, let's just die. Like the Furion dying and then Fada dying, and it was...
And the puck feeding the gem away multiple times.
After watching Eastern Dota, it's just very
Maybe
strange.
the Eastern teams are too safe, but sometimes the Western teams maybe a little
hey,
bit too aggressive.
I'm going to jaunt here just so I can get one Visage Familiar kill like
YOLO!
40 minutes into the game.
All right, so Fnatic on the dire side in this game, guys. They banned out the Lone Druid, Keeper of the Light, Shadow Demon, and they have selected Visage Naga. They didn't ban Bat, and mousesports will snap that up.
Yeah, I don't know if that trade-off is worth it at all.
Yeah,
Like,
that's very unusual to see.
yeah.
And they've also given away the Fata puck as well.
You ban Keeper Light if you like want to do push, or I mean, it used to be if you were scared of Keeper Light Phantom or Keeper Light and Phantom Lancer, but with PL kind of on the back burner, I'm not exactly sure why they would ban Keeper instead of Bat. Bat, you're like always scared of. Even if you have a Shadow Demon, even if you have like good counter initiate like Naga Siren, it's just such a pain in the butt to deal with. You lose most one-on-one situations, and once he gets a blink dagger, you lose most mid-game skirmishes. He has excellent control over Roshan, and the turn rate is pretty much like a AoE stun. You're just like turning and you can't do anything.
The other thing is that even though Batrider is a single target initiator, he's so friggin' good at it that he's really annoying to push against.
Yeah.
You try and push at him, he blinks, he lassos, he force-staffs someone completely away from your team, and if Naga's not quick on the reactions, then...
And the flying vision is like way underrated. I remember when Visage had the flying gargoyles with the flying vision, that was so imbalanced. But flying vision is one of the stronger
Visage
things.
Used to have, what was it, 8 or 9?
8 or 9 familiars.
I think maybe it was 7.
They had like full daytime vision too.
You just have a flock of birds.
There's like no way you could fog, and like at competitive level, like fogging is a really important deal, especially if you're an initiator like Puck or Naga or Magnus. You always stay in the tree line, but Batrider just messes all of that up.
So Fnatic go back for a gyrocopter. They take this away from Mouse, who have been favoring it as one of Black's more common carries as of late. We haven't seen as much anti-mage, and I'm really curious to see how Fnatic wants to play this, because they banned Lone Druid, one of the better pushing heroes, something they have run a decent amount on Trixie in the past. They then banned one of the better counter-pushing heroes in the Keeper of the Light. Now they go Night Stalker, so the strategy starts to take shape. They want to tower dive early. They want to find a lot of early kills. They've got great burst damage, decent lockdown. A bit lacking on AoE, though. This is a team that really wants to snowball.
Yep. I mean, they're going all out on kills. It's pretty strange to see teams go all out aggression versus a Batrider, too. But Batrider is pretty much good at everything, so I guess you can't really have a strategy that counters Batrider.
Yeah, the strategy for counting Batrider
is to ban him.
Yeah, is to ban him. You see teams do things like they'll pick Disruptors, you can glimpse them back. You pick Shadow Demons, you can disrupt the Batrider or whoever's lassoed. It always seems good in theory. You can theory craft it all day. It never works.
And Night Stalker's pretty good versus Puck, though. I think the matchup isn't too heavily in favor of Puck, especially once Night Stalker hits like level 6 around nighttime. That's when he can really start crushing Puck. Puck is extremely vulnerable to silences, and there aren't too many silences in today's competitive play. There's rarely an Orchid, and I guess Puck is pretty much the main one.
Yeah, there's Puck.
Yeah.
If only you could pick a mirror mode matchup.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, he also lanes pretty well against Puck because his armor and base damage are so ridiculous early on that even though Puck's a ranged hero,
and you can
still
the void
pretty well.
Spam the void on the creeps.
And
Get that extra money.
A lot. Yeah. Hala hala get Dala. For Fnatic, though, it looks like they have their tri-lane here. Gyro, Naga, Visage. They've been running Naga as a support on the mouse support side. Generally, it seems that's how the European teams are favoring it. We've seen that a lot more from the Asian teams as well. So then that means for Fnatic, who is Trixie going to play? Who's that other solo? There's a Nature's Prophet on the pool. That would be the one I'd think of first, but he doesn't lane particularly well against Batrider. Struggles a bit against Puck as well.
My bigger question is, what is Mouse going to use for their carry player? Who's Black going to play? Because that's really going to dictate how aggressively they play. Because if they pick Gyrocopter, we see them take like more early engagements.
Fnatic
yeah. So if they pick Gyrocopter or Lifestealer, they take earlier engagements. If they take Anti-Mage or Phantom Lancer, he just doesn't fight for 20 minutes.
This is not... I mean, this just doesn't seem like an anti-mage game to me. You have the Night Stalker Silence, you have the Naga Net. And the Night Stalker Silence is one of the single best ways in the game to gank anti-mage until he gets Manta Style, which is a long way off, even if you free farm. And he's not going to have a good time farming in the lane either. So they'll go Jakiro. They're going to hide their carry until the last pick. I'm trying to think what else Black has been playing, but it's mostly been the Lifestealer, the Gyrocopter, once in a while Lone Druid. I'm
not exactly sure which one would be
Anti-Mage
best.
here or there. Phantom Lancer very rarely, but I don't think any of those heroes would fit, and most of them are banned anyway.
Yeah, we may see like a pocket carry, like Faceless Void is so-so.
How about Phantom Assassin?
Phantom Assassin? Phantom Assassin is not bad. It's not great. They have so much magical damage, though. Blur is not really going to do too much.
Yeah, it'll be okay against some of the right clicks, but there's, like you said, a lot of nukes.
You can always Blink Strike during that, too.
Oh, there was actually an Alchemist available. Wow. Now
there's still an Alch? Oh, wow.
I didn't even realize that. I think they actually should have picked him instead of
I just
Jakiro.
assumed that hero's like auto-banned.
Because you know Fnatic already have their 2 supports. So if you hold off on the Jakiro, I think that's fine.
Well, I guess Mouse doesn't really care about Alchemist because they almost certainly know that was available.
That's another big black hero now, and it's gone now.
Big black hero?
Well, Fnatic, what are they going to do here?
They might pick Shadow Fiend, the other big black hero.
Stop it. Just stop. Bad Merlini. Nature's Prophet available for Trixie. One of his go-to heroes. Outside of that, I mean, I don't think I have not gotten to cast too much Western Dota lately, so I'm not completely up to date on how these teams are drafting, but I mean, I always
There's
see
still
Trixie
Weaver
on Prophet.
too.
Yeah.
But Weaver's not a black hero either.
It's also very vulnerable to Batrider, Puck, and Rubik. This is not really the ideal game to be a Weaver.
For Mouse, I mean, I think it'd be
Oh, Fnatic will go Mirana. So they get
bringing it back.
Yeah, a hero that won't